Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's been a minute. I was supposed to get this video out like a week ago. Anyway, those of you that follow me on Instagram and Facebook and that are personal friends of mine know that I have a incredibly busy schedule. Right now, besides being a special ed teacher, I also am at the gym literally every morning. I'm working on a supplement brand with one of my best friends that we're trying to launch here within the next few weeks. I also have several kids. I try to make it to everything that they have going on that's important to them that they let me know about. Sometimes I drive for Uber, sometimes I deliver for Uber Eats, deliver for Amazon, just a ton of things, as well as I work my social media like a full-time job. Like it requires that when you get over a certain amount of followers, especially when you're a person like me. Like I literally stop everything that I'm doing to cater to the person at the time I like to give my undivided attention to. So anyway, I said I was going to offer some tips on how I manage my time. And one of the first things that I do, and these are in no particular order, so I'll say one of the things that I do is I prioritize, like what is most important to me. And right now, and for the last 10, 20 years, my kids are most important. So whatever their needs are from me is the most important thing. Sometimes that's me doing a little bit extra work so I can have the extra cash to provide them the things that they need or want. So I prioritize those things. That's one of the things that I do. I also figure out what's going to give me the best ROI, like return on investment, for my presence of being there. If you're going to call me away from something that I know I need to do, I have to understand what that time investment is going to return for me. Right, so I prioritize those things and I make sure whatever I'm doing, there's a good return on investment for my time, for me actually being there. That kind of leads into another thing. You have to start delegating things. And if you're type A, like I can be sometimes, you don't like to delegate. You like to be hands-on in everything that you're doing, but there's some activities that you could delegate to free yourself up for the things that will give you a better return on investment and that are priorities to you. And I've learned that. Like I'm still learning. I'm 42 years old. I'm still learning that that's so important to be able to delegate and say, hey, I need this taken care of. If you could do it, it would free up my time so that I can do these other things that are much more important to the overall goal. So learning to delegate is incredibly important. And then this is something that I learned actually in the Marine Corps. Not that they taught me, it's just that there were certain places I needed to be and things that I needed to do. So I work backwards with my time management. So let's just say I needed to be at formation for whatever the fuck it may have been at 4 o'clock. And then there's these tasks that have to happen before then. Well, I figure out for me to be in formation at 4 o'clock or wherever I need to be at my son's football game, what needs to happen and when it needs to happen from that end point, moving back to like right now, for me to decide how I need to prioritize those things that I need to do in order to be there on time. Again, with my priority being my kids are the most important thing to me. So in this example, if your daughter's got a dance recital tomorrow at 3 o'clock, but you have to work until 1, you're training, personal training clients, you have a cooking channel that you need to put out content for, you start working backwards from being there for your daughter and managing to do all those things beforehand so that you can be there and get those things accomplished. I don't wing it a lot. I just don't have time to. I wish I did. I wish I had the time to just get up and kind of nonchalantly go about life, but I got goals, man, and I'm really, really trying to set my kids and my family up in case of me not being here, or just to propel them into greatness. So those are a few tips and things that I do. I would love to hear from you guys. Like, how do you prioritize your mom? There's single moms and single dads out there. There's dads that are working 2, 3 jobs. There's moms that stay at home, yet they're also fucking the head of the PTO. You know, they're doing all these other activities. How do you guys manage your time and manage to do all those things? Have dinner cooked for your kids and show up to all their sports activities and debate team and all that, I would love for you guys to comment below so I can see what it is that you do, because it could probably help me out. So it's extremely important is to never stop learning. I'm completely open to learning things, no matter what it is. I love learning. Like, you should never stop growing and being willing to learn. You know, so I am open to hearing whatever you guys have to say. Maybe it'll help me out and I can share it with people. Maybe add it to my life to free up some time so I can be a little bit less stressed. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys being patient with me and getting this out. There were some things that took priority over me doing this, and I also wasn't in the best. My energy wasn't right. Like, it's finally starting to balance out, but it's been a crazy, like, last 2 weeks. Went from being in Mexico for a few days to, you know, working, and then having, like, all the kids were around this weekend, so there's no free time there. At least quiet time, right, for me to be able to do this. You can see I do most of my filming in my truck, because that's the one place I know that I can actually have some time to myself, and you know, it's quiet and nobody's gonna bother me, and that whole thing, man. So I appreciate you guys. I think y'all are dope as fuck. And I want to hear from you. Subscribe to the channel. I'll try to get some more stuff out, and I will do the same in return. You guys comment, let me know what you think, and hit the like button as well. It's my son Ryan. My 9-year-old tells me all this stuff that I'm supposed to do, and I try to remember. He's the tech guru, and he's such a fucking well-balanced kid, man, and so driven. And Dad, you need to be doing this, and you need. I'm like, all right. So like, subscribe, and comment, and I will talk to you guys hopefully sooner than later. I love each and every one of you. Y'all be good to each other.